And I feel, you know, I beginning working with this guy, and I'm learning so much about him. And it's interesting how he only fight once a week. He have one of the easiest Swiss cut, and one of the thing, my goal with him, he fought in Aljamain Sterling, a former champion. I believe like that he should fight Aljamain now in December or January fight again. I want to keep him busy. It doesn't matter, you know. Habib have to beat 10 guys to fight for the title. Islam, Kamaru. If this is the route the UFC want, he needs to just smash everyone ahead of him and show why the UFC have no choice but give him a title shot. And guess what? He's willing to fight anybody, anywhere, anytime. But the key here to keep him busy against anybody. The key here, and this is what's going to happen. And I just kind of don't understand why this guy only fight once a year. And when I sit down with here, talking to him, seeing his weight, seeing his training, he said, listen, if the UFC allowed me to fight 3-4 times a year, I want to fight. And this is something next week when I go to the UFC office, I'm going to speak to the matchmaker and Sean Shelby, and these guys be like, hey, listen, why this guy's not fighting? And I feel, I don't know, maybe it's miscommunication before, but now I'm beginning to work with him now. He will be fighting a lot more often than he is.
The names that you mentioned, it kind of parallels them, that Khabib and Islam and even Kamaru and Bilal. Is it along those lines that nobody wants to fight him and he's...
Listen, I personally have the pleasure to train with the guy. He's one of the strongest guys I ever trained with. He's dedicated. This guy sleep at certain time. He eats certain food. He live and breathe fighting. You understand? I truly believe 2025, Movsar is going to be bantamweight champion. I believe this is a very hard puzzle to solve, and it's very hard the guy to beat. The abilities he does, the discipline he have, he remind me of the Habib, the Islam, the Kamarus. He's on the same level. What these guys live, how they walk, how they talk, how they train. I'm telling you something. He's one of the strongest guys I ever felt, and I train with some of the best guys in the world. He's special, but most important is Aljamain show up, both guys fight, you know, and he get a win and move on and fight right away in January and December.
Is this a risky fight for you? You're obviously higher in the rankings.
Every fight is a risk, small or big, but I don't think that is big risk with him. Like we will see who is the best wrestler or grappler in this division.
I was going to say that he's known for his wrestling, as are you. Does that mean this turns into a striking match?
Maybe. Everything could be. So usually, like when two wrestlers fight each other, they do really good striking matchup. We'll see. I'm ready for anything, and I hope he show up and he do some business with alcohol, and like he talk too much trash, and hopefully he will be here, and then he will answer for everything he had said.
I've heard you say before in the past, you know, that you don't like when people criticize you for the finishes. Is the goal to go in there and make a statement, do something so special that they can't deny you a title shot in the near future?
Yeah, I'm always looking for a finish, but this time we'll see. Maybe finally it will happen.
I know you're not looking past Aljamain Sterling. You know, he was a champion for a reason, but number 6 in the division, how many more fights do you think you need till you're fighting for the title? Is it maybe this one if you make a statement?
Nobody knows. Nobody knows, because we know Lopez, like last weekend from 13 he moved up to number 3. Depends who I fight with next. Maybe after Aljo, they will give me some opportunity to fight for number 1 contender. I'm always ready, and I was waiting for the fight since January after a fight with Allen. Nobody wants to fight.
You mentioned Diego Lopez. I'm looking at the rankings. He jumped up to number 3. You've beat him before. Were you surprised how that went?
No, not really, because UFC ranked is such a big bullshit.
When you look at the guys above you, obviously Max and Ilya are going to fight. Is there somebody else you have in mind? Is there somebody you perhaps might want to call out? There's some big names up there. You know, former champion Alex Volkanovski, Yair Rodriguez. There's a lot of guys.
For Max and Ilya's fight, and we'll see who will win. And then, of course, I want to fight with champion, but we'll see. If I need to beat everyone in my division for fight for the title, I'm ready. Just give me fight more often than you usually give me.
Movsar, do a lot of opponents not want to fight you? Do you feel like it's hard to get an opponent that is willing to take the fight?
Yeah, it's always that's like this. Look like my fights, like how often I fight, or the people do not accept the fights usually. Like they always pull out or something happen. And I was waiting for Aljo for August. Then he said September, October. See, hopefully October is finally destination.
What did you think of Aljamain's debut when he went up to 145?
He was pretty good, like bigger, stronger than Qatar. But Qatar is like easy matchup for him. Good striker, but when you too much care about defense of wrestling, you just forgot about your striking skills. And he just laid down for 3 rounds. It was good win, but not good performance. I'm not like impressed.
We're in September now, so a couple more months left in this year. 2025, the goal that you'll be featherweight champion in the UFC?
Yeah, actually 2024 was my goal to be champion. But like I said, I have to wait too much for beat somebody, and it's not good.
Last thing for you before you guys see each other in Salt Lake City, is there a message for Aljamain Sterling?
Like I said, he being busy with his business and talking. Business with alcohol and talking shit about people without no improvement. And hopefully he get good preparing for this fight, because I don't need easy fight, and I have to like make sure he's like he in his best shape to show people even this is not enough to fight with me.